We are back for another Christian review of regular books, and today we are discussing Fallen by Karin, which is the 5th book in the Will Trent series. For those of you who've never seen one of these videos before, here's how it's going to go down. First, I do my regular review, what you know and love to expect from a book review, star rating, my personal opinion, etc. And I do it all without spoiling the book. But then we're going to get into my Christian review, and that's where we go over the basic pieces of a book that may or may not have a fellow believer or honestly anyone wanting to read it. I give more caveats or any more information you may need about these reviews at the video that's pinned to the top of the playlist, or you should be able to click here somewhere. However, if you're still here, let's go ahead and get into my regular review. Fallen by Karin really was the book that shocked me, amazed me so far in the series. I had been reading all of the books to get through to the most recent book that she had published, which was an arc I had, and I was flying through all of these Karin books. I really loved this book, and this is the book for me that told me you really should not be reading these as interconnected standalones, even though that's how they were created. There's so many relationship dynamics that happen throughout the course of this book, Fallen, that if you did not know these characters before this book, or you didn't follow through with it afterwards, you would often miss a lot of pieces. There's so much that happens in this book, and all of it is related internally with the characters within the book. It was incredible and had me honestly on the edge of my seat from the very beginning to the very end. I could not put it down and absolutely loved all that happened. I also loved the twists and how it ended and the explanations of all the things. It was just really, really well done and one of Karin Slaughter's best work. Ultimately, I rated this book 4.25 stars. This book deals a lot with like personal vendettas and internal working, emotional destruction, and even though each book has a different crime, this crime specifically deals with the characters that are already in the book, and so I think it's a very necessary piece to hold on to in addition with the rest of the series. I don't think you could read it on its own. If you want to see everything that I'm reading and rating in real time, you can do so by following me on Goodreads. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have my own YouTube channel, so if you want to see more of my day-to-day life and reading journey, check the links down below in the description box. Now let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first category I always love to touch on is smut or spice because it's popular, and there's one scene that's very easy to skip past, and it doesn't impact the plot if you choose to not read it. You can treat it as a closed door and just skip those pages. It's not a very long scene and very easy to go past. The second category is explicit language, and there is some explicit language. It's not aggressive and it's not too much. Honestly, all of the books from here on out really don't have that many words, but they're there, here and there throughout the course of the book. The last category is violence and gore, and there is some violence and gore throughout the course of this book, mainly in the end. And there are definitely some scenes that are intense in the violence category, not necessarily the gore aspect of it. However, I think that it tells such a great story and does really help bring up all of these pieces. And since gore is not really as much a part of it, I think you're able to get the storyline and the characters, and you can, be as descriptive in your brain as you want to be with what happens. This book is probably fine for anyone aged 16 and up. It's an awesome cop thriller and I really enjoyed it. Before you go, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can stay up to date on all of these Christian reviews of regular books, plus me and my mom's podcast, The Journey We Share. On top of you staying up to date, it also helps us know that the content we're providing is content you want to keep seeing, which is basically like a free way for you to donate without having to pull out your wallet. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and maybe even leave a comment, and we cannot wait until we see you on the next one.